Ugh. I feel awful miserable, but also refreshed. I finally crossed the line. Knew it would come crashing down like this sooner or later, having become unable to feel anything but disgust for other people. There was no way I could hope to maintain the relationships I'd had before the accident. Today's incident will definitely get back to Koji Nomi, and everyone will be convinced I've had a major change of character. Honestly, I don't care anymore. At least I probably won't be committed for this. I just need to avoid acting any stranger than I already have. Is that your goal? You don't want to go to a mental institute? I mean, I guess. This puts a rift between me and the others. Good. The thought of all the stress I'll avoid brings a smile to my lips. I'm fed up with them sticking their noses into my life. It's like they don't care that they made my gut turn just by being near me. But they don't know that, man! Been terrified of them until now, but today I struck fear into one of them. In that sense, it's something of a relief, but I'm not entirely without remorse for what happened. Well, that's good, I guess. The person I just demolished with the verbal equivalent of a nuclear bomb used to be my friend Yo. Even if my senses don't believe it, my mind accepts the theory. I don't have any particular grudge against Yo herself, and I didn't want to hurt her. Oh. Yeah, I was kind of wondering that. You still could have let her down easy, though. You didn't... I guess. He wants to put as much distance so that he doesn't hurt her worse than he already did. In retrospect, perhaps I should have just ignored her outright. Yo was an attractive girl. I certainly didn't think badly of her. To be honest, though, I was annoyed when Koji Nomi tried to stick us together. Felt like they were using us as entertainment, and Yo seemed totally oblivious to the fact that she was dancing to their tune. Her cluelessness was irritating. Still, I knew that none of them meant any harm. Back then, I didn't have any reason to hurt others just to get my way. If having a casual relationship with Yo would keep our circle of friends together, I was willing to make that compromise. Now, however, there is no room in my heart for such forbearance. If merely talking to someone is an ordeal, then how can I be expected to show them kindness? These ruminations have left me exhausted. I want... Sorry. Spit almost down the wrong pipe. I want to return to Sai as soon as possible. But thinking about the packed trains and crowded downtown streets between here and home saps my spirit. Catching sight of a nearby bench, I sit down and close my eyes to the horrors of the world. I can't do anything but about the stink or the noise. God, that really throws me for a loop too. That it's all of his senses. Ugh. Like I want to know how this is even possible. It's curious. It's a curious question. But at least I can calm my nerves enough to rest. And yeah, God, how do you even sleep with all that? When I regained consciousness in the T University hospital ward, the world was as dark as it is now. I had not yet recovered my sight, even though my eyes and optical nerves were undamaged. Really? Must have been an after effect of the accident. How? But how? Like maybe his brain getting jostled around, but again, his optical nerves and eyes weren't messed with. I want to know! I want to understand! Must have been an after effect of the accident. Blindness was a shock, but now I know that my suffering then was nothing. After all, my senses of hearing, touch, taste, and smell were all fine at the time. The real horror began when my sight returned. Sorry about that. The one small mercy was that I was able to come to terms with the accident and my neurosurgery while still blind. I panicked when I first saw the nightmarish hospital and the blood-curdling shapes of the doctors and nurses, but I soon guessed the cause. Chills me to think of what might have happened if I had recovered my sight along with my consciousness. Suddenly awakening in what can only be described as hell, I would no doubt have lost my mind instantly. think of what might have happened. Oh, okay. I wasn't understanding that at first. I was like, wait, but didn't you? No, right, because he was blind for a little. Okay, he was conscious, and then okay, yeah, okay, yeah. Waking up after who knows how long to just suddenly this monstrosity. That okay, yeah. Now I get it. My brain wasn't. The gears weren't turning in my head to comprehend that statement. Okay. Soon my disorder spread to the senses of touch, taste, and smell. As it turns out, sight exerts tremendous influence over the other four. Yeah, that's definitely true. The taste of my food, the feel of my bedsheets. Oh God! Oh, yeah, no! Oh no! Oh, that'd be gross. Oh, I'm having slight flashbacks to this one time I didn't put a wet blanket through the dryer and I sat with a cold wet blanket because I just wanted to go to bed. Oh my God! I'm assuming it's that kind of feeling, but it also stinks and slimy, like a tongue or something. Oh my God, that'd be awful. Using that for a blanket. Oh God, no. The taste of my food, the feel of my bedsheets, the fragrance of my get well flowers all became as unbearably foul as my eyes said they should be. Eventually, when even the doctor's voices became unrecognizable as human, I decided to kill myself. I didn't believe for a second that I could live in this new world. At least not until I met Saya. One night, while thinking of a painless way to die, I found myself succumbing to sleep. Drifting. Yes, sorry, I'm just exerting all the bodily functions, aren't I? Found myself succumbing to sleep, drifting between the nightmares in my dreams and the nightmare of reality. I didn't notice her enter my room. Oh, good. Now I feel like sneezing, too. That's great. The next thing I knew, there was a face staring down at me from next to my bed. The face was not covered in pus or slime or earthworm-like feelers. Ugh. It had smooth white cheeks, round eyes, a lovely little nose. All things I had never expected to see again. The face was that of a girl, undeniably human, and her hair's in the shape of like cat ears or something. That's weird. Undeniably human and positively glowing with beauty. Does she have like a ape? Oh, right, they're in a hospital. Oh, so, okay. So yeah, she would just have, okay, interesting. I was like, wait. I sighed in admiration, saving the first piece of joy since regaining my sight. She had not expected such a reaction, apparently.
Aren't you scared of me?
She asked. Looking at the clock, I saw that it was exactly 3 in the morning. Wait, you can see clocks? No time for a young girl to be alone in the hospital. Perhaps she expected me to mistake her for a ghost. But I would not have cared if she had been a ghost. Either way, she was a godsend. Who are you? What are you doing here?
I'm Saya. I'm looking for my dad.
I assumed that she was the daughter of a late shift doctor or another patient. It was unusual but not unthinkable for such a girl to be wandering around the hospital. You tease.
It's no fun if you're not scared.
Wait! I cried, desperate to keep her from leaving. It was only after she turned around that I realized I haven't thought of what to say next.
Well...
Her beautiful eyes drew me in, healing my soul to its core. Through the white haze clouding my mind, I struggled to form a coherent sentence. I shouldn't do this to a girl, but you're the only one I can ask. No longer concerned with propriety, I let the words come as they willed.
手を握らせてもらえないだろうか。
Oh, how rude! Will you let me hold your hand? Saya looked confused at first, but then she smiled like she'd just found a new toy. Her smile was brighter than my memories of the sun.
変な人。そんなこと言い出したのあなたが初めて。
You're strange.
She said, holding out her slender white hand.
No one asked me anything like that before.
Even so carefully as though catching snowflakes, I placed my palm against hers. I could feel her human warmth and the softness of her delicate fingers. She was there, just beyond the palm of my hand. Thinking back on the joyful tears I shed then, I know that this is the moment I was saved from my fate.
この半月の間に初めて人に触れた。人だと感じられる体に。
This is the first time in weeks that I've touched someone and felt them as human.
他の人じゃダメなんだ。僕事故に遭ってその後遺症らしいんだけど、人が人の姿に見えないんだよ。
I can't touch anyone else. I was in an accident, and as a side effect of the surgery, I can't see people as human anymore.
本当に不思議な人。
How
あな
mysterious.
たって面白い。明日の夜もまた来ていい？
You're interesting.
She said, winding her fingers gently around mine.
Can I come back tomorrow night?
あ、そりゃもういいのかい？君はそんなことをして。
Ah, my finger. Yes, of course, but are you sure it's okay?
大丈夫よ。夜は私のものだから。
Don't worry.
She replied.
The night belongs to me.
Okay. And so our rendezvous began. Saya came to my room every night at 3 a.m., skillfully taking advantage of the duty nurse's shift change. I was astonished to learn that she was living inside the hospital.
これだけ広いと隠れる場所には事欠かないから。
It's so big I never run out of places to hide.
She said, answering my surprise with a nonchalant smile. She had been living in the suburbs with her father, she told me, until one day he suddenly stopped coming home. After she had tired of waiting, Saya decided one night to sneak into the hospital where he'd worked, and there she lived for over 2 months, searching for his whereabouts all the while.
学校には行かなくていいのかい？
Don't you have to go to school?
いいの。勉強は全部パパに教えてもらったから。さやはとっても頭がいいんだよ。
No, Dad told me everything I need to know. I'm really smart.
She was a strange girl. On the other hand, she looked and acted like a child. On the other, she was remarkably self-reliant, and at times exhibited a sharp intelligence and deep knowledge that many may have found unsettling. I didn't care. Saya was the only other human in a world gone mad. Her existence meant far more to me than the standards of society.
危なくないのか？見つかりそうになったことは。
Aren't you worried you might get caught?
全然平気。ここにいれば食べるものにも不自由しないし、パパのうちに一人ぼっちでいるよりもずっと楽しいよ。
Wait, if you're not a patient, why do you have the nightgown thing rather than actual clothes? Aren't you worried you might get caught?
Nope, I don't have to worry about food here, and it's a lot more fun than staying in Dad's house by myself.
入院してる患者さんたちのうち、ちょっと精神的に参ってそうな人を事前にチェックしといてね。
Wow, okay.
I looked through the patients list and found the ones who had mental problems.
Saya continued, grinning mischievously.
時々部屋に真夜中に忍び込んで脅かしたりする
Doki
の。
doki.
その人が大騒ぎしても、そういう患者さんの言うことはみんな真に受けたりしないから。
Sometimes I sneak into their rooms late at night and scare them. Even if they raise a fuss, no one believes what mental patients say.
結局は悪い夢ってことで片付けられちゃうし。
Damn, that's ruthless.
They just brush it off as a bad dream.
Her confession reminded me that the hospital is famous for its ghost stories. Well... Are you a ghost? Who could have imagined that there was actually a real girl impishly roaming these hallways?
僕も最初はそのつもりで
So that's why you came to my room the first time.
ごめんね。怒った？
Yeah, sorry. Are you mad?
While her pranks were hardly praiseworthy, I couldn't bring myself to scold her for the very thing that had brought us together.
もうやらない方がいいその代わり夜は僕の話し相手になってくれないか
You shouldn't do it anymore. Will you come talk to me instead?
さやもその方が楽しい。
Yeah, that's more fun for me too.
Ooh, says Blanket. With extreme care, I was able to conceal my sensory disorder. It was glaringly obvious that the doctors had no way to cure me. The fact that I had undergone a still experimental procedure made me even more cautious. As a medical student, it was easy for me to imagine how the doctors would react if they discovered that I was exhibiting such unusual side effects. I was not about to become a guinea pig, a mere specimen to be examined with clinical detachment. And so I hid my discomfort and loathing behind a mask of normalcy, convincing the doctors that any signs of stress were merely a result of hospitalization. Ah. Right. Okay, so that's probably why he didn't tell his friends. If they knew, they'd clearly have him administered for his benefit. Ah. Probably. Saya was my support. Looking forward to her nightly visits gave me the strength to endure my daily torture. Hope can make an enormous difference in a patient's progress. With the aid of my secret nurse, I recovered at a pace that left the doctors stunned. On the last night before my release, I summoned my courage and asked her,
君はこれからもずっとこの病院に居続けるのかい
Are you going to stay here forever?
結局パパの手がかりはなかったけど、もう他にいるところもないし、バレそうになるまではいいかなって。
Yeah, I couldn't learn anything about my dad, but it's not like I have anywhere else to go. I guess I'll stay as long as I can hide.
In other words, there was nothing keeping her there.
よかったら僕の家に来ないか
Why not stay with me? I asked timidly. The question took all the courage I had.
え？
Huh?
家族はもういないから部屋はいくらでも余ってる人目を忍ぶような必要もないし住み心地もそんなに悪くないんじゃないかと
My family's gone, so I have plenty of room. You won't need to hide, and it's not a bad place to live.
ずっとふみのりと一緒に暮らすの？
You want me to live with you?
I was too afraid to ask her what she thought of that, so I hastily offered a deal.
君の父さんのことは代わりに僕が探してあげる約束するよ必ず居場所を見つけてみせる
In exchange, I'll help you look for your father. I'll find him no matter what.
難しいと思うよ、それ。
I think that's gonna be hard.
Saya said, looking a little embarrassed.
多分パパ、何か悪いことをしてこの病院を辞めたんだと思う。
Dad probably did something bad and had to leave the hospital.
だから警察とかは困るの。なるべくこっそりと探さなきゃいけないし。
We can't get the police involved. You'll have to be as discreet as possible.
頑張るよどんなことだってやる僕は
I'll do whatever it takes. Unable to control myself, I finally spoke the truth.
さやと離れたくないんだ
I can't be apart from you. At first, she looked bewildered, but after a few moments of silence, she said,
少しだけ考えさせて。
Give me a little time.
That night, she left my room earlier than usual. I think I'm gonna end it here. It hasn't really felt like a good stopping point outside of after we jumped from his friends, but I felt like it might have been too early. So maybe it wasn't. Nope. Wait, how do I Right click, right. Okay. Oh, right. Back up. It is B! Oh my god, I'm an idiot. My god. Skip. Oh. Sure. Alright, so yeah. There we go. Alright. Woo, overwrite. Yeah, sure. Let's go. And the scenery hasn't changed much. Alright, so yeah. That's all for now, so that's it. Thank you so much for watching! Hopefully you're looking forward more to this. I certainly am. I'm certainly curious about a lot of things. A lot of things. This is very intriguing of a story. So, with that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely day and or evening. And until next time, whatever it is I may do, Song of Saya or otherwise, I hope to see you then. Farewell.